Hi, this is Galit Goldfarb. Thank you very much for joining me here today. Today I'm going to be talking about mouth ulcers or canker sores. These are one of the most common wounds of the mouth mucosa seen in primary care. Most people coming into primary care are complaining about ulcers that they have in their mouth. These mouth ulcers affect up to 25% of the general population, with a 3-month recurrent rate as high as 50%. And they generally occur in the mouth tissue, but can also appear on the tongue. There are minor and major wounds of mouth ulcers. The minor wounds or lesions are often recurring. They are painful, but often they heal without any treatment and without leaving scarring. They heal normally between 10 days and 2 weeks. And major lesions often last for 6 weeks and even more, and they usually do tend to leave scars. Now, treatment typically involves topical steroids, local anesthetics, and sometimes systemic steroids. However, these only deal with the symptoms and not with the core of the problem itself of why these wounds come about in people. And people who are more predisposed to mouth ulcers are people with allergies, people who smoke, or those who have braces or dentures or use a harsh toothbrush. Also, people with autoimmune disorders, AIDS, HIV, or Behçet syndrome are also more likely to get mouth ulcers. But what is less unknown and is the most common cause of mouth ulcers is a vitamin deficiency, especially a B vitamin deficiency, with vitamin B12 deficiency being the most common. So here are natural ways to prevent mouth ulcers from recurring and happening and promote their healing. Number 1 is, of course, B vitamin supplementation. Studies on the efficacy of B vitamins, particularly B1, B2, B6, B9, folate, and B12, in treating mouth ulcers concluded that B vitamin supplementation are very effective in treating mouth ulcers and significantly reduce the possibility of recurrence. Now, since mouth ulcers can be signs of an underlying nutritional deficiency, especially a B vitamin deficiency or a B12 deficiency, or especially B12 and folic acid deficiencies, supplementing with B12 and a B complex is not only beneficial for treating the mouth ulcer, but it also accelerates healing of these wounds and achieves optimum vitamin B levels. So if you're deficient in vitamin B12, which is determined through a simple blood test, then I recommend supplementing with 1,000 micrograms of subliminal vitamin B12 in the form of methylcobalamin twice a week for 6 weeks, together with a B complex supplement 3 times a week. Research also shows that vitamin B12 has analgesic properties, so even if you have no deficiency of B12, supplementing with this vitamin when suffering from mouth ulcers will reduce your pain and improve your quality of life. Furthermore, any excess of vitamin B12 is just removed through the urine. Also, you want to eat a well-balanced diet because nutritional deficiencies may cause mouth ulcers. It's essential to choose healthy, nutrient-dense foods that meet your daily dietary needs for vitamins and minerals to prevent any future ulcers from occurring as well. A diet with a regular intake of dark leafy green vegetables, beans, tofu, lentils, peas, nuts, seeds, and whole grains, as well as fresh fruits, with frequent variation of each food group will supply your body with abundant nutrients, preventing most disease states. And if you supplement with a B12 supplement, your nutritional needs will be met with a whole food, primarily plant-based diet, and eliminating any mouth or tongue ulcers and their recurrence. You also want to practice good mouth hygiene. If the mouth ulcer was caused by an accident or injury, such as biting yourself, then in that case, you could promote healing by ensuring that you're not making the lesion any worse. You want to prevent infection by maintaining a clean mouth environment. You can do this by drinking plenty of water and avoid hot or spicy foods. You want to rinse your mouth regularly with a warm salt solution. Salt rinses have been known as a treatment for oral diseases and mouth ulcers for millennia. So many doctors recommend salt solutions in routine oral care. Studies support that with rinsing with salt promotes oral ulcer healing because it raises the mouth's pH, making the mouth less acidic, and this prevents the bacteria from growing and multiplying. Also, rinsing with a 1.8 salt solution enhances wound closure really fast, in fact, within 24 to 48 hours. But another study has shown that rinsing with a higher salt concentration of 7.2% instead of the 1.8%, produces the opposite effect. So be mindful with how much salt you're adding to this solution that you want to rinse your mouth with. Now also make sure that examine how long it takes for your mouth ulcers to heal, because mouth ulcers that persist beyond 2 weeks may indicate a more severe condition. It's essential to consult with a doctor to determine if your mouth sores result from a deficiency or a more serious medical condition. For example, inflammatory bowel disease, diabetes, HIV, celiac disease, or other autoimmune diseases. So, to conclude, if you have a mouth ulcer, you want to drink plenty of fresh, clean water, rinse with a salt solution, but not too much salt in the solution. You want to supplement with vitamin B12 as methylcobalamin, and as a supplement with a B complex as well. These are the fastest ways to heal the wound and prevent future ulcers from occurring. Also, keep your mouth environment hygienic and go for consuming a whole food plant-based diet, such as the Gorilla Diet, which is rich in nutrients and fiber. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you found this video valuable. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please also subscribe to my channel if you like these types of videos. And also please visit my website, thegorilladiet.com, to help you move your health and wellness to a better place for you. Thank you very much for joining.